In the chart here, okay, you can see 21st January of 1900, it was the moon's lowest speed. It has crossed 11.54 degrees in a day. On the other hand, the moon was at its fastest on 1st February of 1900. It has traveled 15.12 degrees in a day. Okay, just notice one thing, when the distance will decrease, the velocity will increase. Let's see. The distance is decreasing and the velocity is increasing. First of all, you have to look for a rare triangle shape in the chart to find the anchor of your instrument. Okay, it will pretty much look like this. Now we're just gonna have to find out what's the connection between these two numbers. Okay, I'm telling you once again, it's 90% done. Okay, it's almost done. Okay, 21 can only be divided with a complete number by Mercury Mars cycle, which is actually 31. Okay, now you are just one step away from decoding the length of the Mercury-Mars cycle. We have just seen the moon has increased its speed by 3.58 degrees within just 2 weeks. Okay, so when you are trying to catch short swings in the market, you should definitely do your calculations in degrees. Hello everyone, this is John from GAN Trading and I welcome you all to the GAN field. Well, I got a lot of email from you guys asking for sharing my knowledge regarding the time cycles of Mr. WD GAN. This is why I'm here today. I'll try to share as much as I can. As you can see, I'm gonna cover some very important topics today. First of all, I'll decode two major time cycles from the book Tunnel to the Year. And let me tell you, if you operate these two time cycles properly, it can generate $1 million profit for you within a year for sure. After the decoding, I'll tell you what's the next step after decoding time cycle. Then the next topic will be the actual use of the cycle length. Okay. After that, I'm gonna discuss some very important hints about the anchor point. And our last topic will be concept of degrees in the cycle work. I'll discuss that topic to show you the importance of degrees in the cycle work, or you can say why you should calculate the cycle in the format of degrees instead of days. This video is gonna be very informative. Stay with me till the end of this video so that you can have a clear vision of what you need to do. Okay, let's get started with the decoding. Mr. W.D. GANN was a master of numerology. So he has encoded his knowledge, or you can say the time cycles, in the form of numbers by writing the book Tunnel to the Air. Those who are desperately seeking the knowledge must have gone through the book over and over again. I'm sure you all have tried very hard and did your level best to decode the cycles from the book. You have looked for hints in every possible way you could, but maximum number of people have failed, and a few have found very little but not good enough to make a proper trading system. Today I'm gonna show you how far one can go without a true mentor's help. I'll highlight the zone of the book where the time cycles are exactly hidden, I'll decode 90% of two major time cycles from the book for you. After watching this video, you will be just one step away from decoding the length of those cycles completely. Okay. What if I say the title of the book itself contains a major cycle? It's right in front of your eyes, but you couldn't see it. Can you guess why the book was titled The Tunnel to the Air or Looking Back from 1940? First of all, do you see any error or mistake in the title? Yes, the word through, right? Now, if you search for the value of the word through in Pythagorean numerology, that's what you get. 22 is the master number. Now, looking back from 1940, this 1940 is not just a number, it's not just a year, it's a major cycle. Okay, let's take a look from where that 1940 actually came. Okay, I have three different pages of the book Tunnel to the Year in front of me, and I've marked some dates. Okay, what's the first date mentioned in the book Tunnel to the Year? Well, it's in the forward page, which is 9th May 1927. Okay, and what is the last date of the book? The actual last date. Okay, in the page number 407, we can see a date which is 30th August, but we don't see a year mentioned here. So we have to look for the year also, and we can see the year mentioned in the page number 405. You see, it's 30th August 1932. Okay, so what's the point here? Well, I have those two dates here. Okay, now let's subtract 9th May from 30th August 1932. Okay, you see, it's 1940. Okay, it's actually the number of days between the signing date and the last date of the book. Okay, well, now you're just one step away from decoding the length of the cycle. Okay, now you're just gonna have to find out what's the connection between these two numbers. Okay, it's I'm telling you once again, it's 90% done. Okay, it's almost done. You're just one step away from decoding the cycle length. Okay, now let's move forward to the next cycle. Okay, on the left hand side we have the synodic cycles. Okay, we have the values of synodic cycles in the format of days. Okay, and I'm on the page number 85 of the book Tunnel to the Air. We can see a few numbers in that page. Okay, if we take 3017 and subtract 897, we get 2121. Now, if we try to divide 3121 by all the synodic values, let's see what happens. 21 divide by 39. We get decimals here. 21 divided by 1. Yes, it's a complete number. 31. Again, 21 divided by 144. We get decimals here. Again, 21 divided by 332. We get decimals here. Okay, 21 can only be divided with a complete number by Mercury Mars cycle, which is actually 21. Okay, now you are just one step away from decoding the length of the Mercury Mars cycle. Okay, one single step away from decoding the length of the Mercury Mars cycle. Okay, now let's move forward to our next topic, which is the next step after decoding time cycle. Okay, what is the next step after decoding the cycle length? Number one, you have to find the accurate ratios of your particular cycle. Number two, you have to look for the actual anchor point in the market for your particular cycle. Number three, you need to know the inversion zones where your cycles will invert. Number four, you have to plot the cycle turning dates on your particular instrument at least over the last 10 to 12 years of historical data or chart. Well, I gotta have to mention that when your cycle will pivot in the right place and it will only invert in the exact inversion zones for at least 3 times of your cycle length of time period, only then you have a perfect time cycle for your trading system. Now, there is another popular way to forecast with only the length of the cycle, which is totally wrong. Let's take a look at the chart to have a real example of why this is not the proper way to forecast. Okay, let's assume the cycle length here is 1000 days or 13,000 degrees. Okay. Um, let's measure. Do we have here 1000 days? Yes, it's 1000 days. Okay, so let's say you have started your cycle starting from here. You took a turn from here, from that top to that bottom, which is 9 days. Okay, the next turn you took from here to here, it's a 7 days move. Okay, from this top to this bottom, it's 5 days. And from this bottom to this top, it's 5 days again. From this top to this bottom, it's only 4 days. Okay. From this bottom to this top, it's 11 days. And from this top to this bottom is 2 days. Now let's keep a note of this sequence of days. Divide 7. Okay, we have a note here. Okay, now let's move forward to one cycle forward and let's try to plot the turnings here and let's see if we have something here, okay, 1000 days, let's try to plot. Okay, from this bottom to this top, it's a 9 days move. Okay, our fast move actually worked. Huh? Uh-huh. Okay. From this top to this bottom, 7 days. Yes, we got it. Okay. From this bottom to this top, it's a 5 days move. Yes, bingo. We got it. Okay. It's actually working for us, right? Okay. From this top to this bottom, it's a move of 5 days. Okay. We have a holiday. Okay. So we can take that one. Okay, 5 days. It's okay. It's cool. Okay, from this bottom to this top, we should have a move of 4 days. Okay. We don't have, yes, okay. It's 4 or 7. Okay. You got this. You got this. One trading the orb. It's cool. Okay, now we have 11 days. Okay. All right. 11 days. Okay. It's off. Okay. It's off. We move the turn. Okay. Now from here to here it should be like 2 days. No, it's not working from here. Okay. Okay, so if we apply that pattern from the past, that's exactly what we get here. Okay. Well, accidentally, it actually worked pretty good. Okay, let's plot a few days from the past and see what happens. Okay. Mm, okay. We were here. From this top to this bottom, we have 7 days. From this top to this bottom, 11 days and 4 days. Okay. So that will be 7, 11, 4. Okay. 7, 11, 4. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's see. Um, I'm excited as well. Okay. So it's 7 days here. We have 11 days. Oh, no, it's not working. We can't force anymore to make it happen. Okay. It just lost the accidental rhythm. Okay. It should not come that far. Okay. It was a coincidence. Okay. So this is my point. I mean, when you are like working or calculating the cycle turns with the days only, I mean, with the pattern, that's not gonna work. Okay, it will it will lose the rhythm for sure. But when you have the ratios and you are calculating in the format of degrees, your cycle will work properly and the rhythm of the cycle will go to infinity. Okay, like your cycle will work until the last day of your particular market stands. Okay, it will continue, the cycle will continue. Like I have shown you how the actual time cycle looks in the market. Okay, if you have not seen my previous video, you can check on my channel. Okay, it's over there, or you can see it from here from the I button. Okay, now let's move forward to our next topic, which is the actual use of the cycle length. Okay, the actual use of the cycle length. The cycle length is used only for two purposes, okay? Number one is to move one cycle forward or backward in order to backtest with the ratios, like I've shown you. If you can go one cycle forward or backward, then you can go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cycles forward or backward too with the help of the cycle length, okay? And number two, to verify the cycle. You can verify the cycle by dividing the length by the summation of the ratios. To do this, you must have the length in the form of degrees, not days. Okay? Okay, now let's move to the next topic, which is very important hints about the anchor point. So, the anchor point. Okay, let's assume we have found a cycle and the length of the cycle is 1000 days or 12,000 degrees. We're gonna use that length, okay? We're gonna use that cycle length. Now, first of all, you have to look for a rare triangle shape in the chart to find the anchor of your instrument. Okay, it will pretty much look like this. After applying the first two turns in the chart, it will pretty much look like this kind of triangle shape. I cannot show you an actual anchor point, you know. We all have some limitations. Okay, let's assume you have found one here. This is your anchor, okay? You have found one anchor here, okay? Now you need to apply the ratios and observe how it seems in the market, okay? If you see that the market turns are responding with the cycle dates and the inversion zones are also ascertained, only then you can be sure about the accurate anchor, okay? And like I've said before, when you have the cycle length, you can easily move one cycle forward or backward. You can see the example here, okay? Like this is the anchor point, and from here, you can go one cycle forward here, okay? And you can apply the ratios from this anchor also, and you can go two cycles forward and you can apply the ratios from here and see how it actually works in the market or in the chart. Or you can also go one cycle backward and apply the ratios and see how the market actually responds with your anchor, okay? And you gotta have to keep in your mind that you must know in which degree this particular date stands. Okay? I mean, let's say the anchor date is 1st January 2005. You gotta have to look for in which degree that particular date actually stands. Okay? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You need to have the value of your anchor in degrees, not just the date. You have to apply the ratios in degrees, of course. Okay? Now let's move forward to the final topic, which is concept of degrees in the cycle work. Okay, concept of degrees in the cycle work. We all know that moon's orbital distance changes around the Earth. It's because it doubles in an elliptical orbit around Earth. Okay, that's why we have perigee and apogee. Okay, now the point is Why you should calculate in the format of degrees instead of days. Okay, before we continue the lecture, let's see a video from YouTube first. Okay, this is the distance and this is the velocity. Okay. Okay, just notice one thing. When the distance will decrease, the velocity will increase. Let's see. Okay. The distance is decreasing and the velocity is increasing. And when the distance is increasing, the velocity is decreasing, right? Okay, we have the moon's orbital distance in the format of degrees here. Okay, so these are the dates and these are the degrees the moon has produced during that particular dates. Okay, when you calculate cycle turns using the days format, it will consistently have 2 to 3 days of orb to precisely correspond with market swings. Okay, we have just seen an example in this video. The cause is just in front of you. As you can see here, the moon's orbital velocity isn't the same every day. It changes because the moon's orbit is elliptical. In the chart here, okay, you can see 21st January of 1900, it was the moon's lowest speed. It has crossed 11.54 degrees in a day. On the other hand, the moon was at its fastest on 1st February of 1900. It has traveled 15.12 degrees in a day. We have just seen the moon has increased its speed by 3.58 degrees within just 2 weeks. Okay, so when you are trying to catch short swings in the market, you should definitely do your calculations in degrees because this is the only way to obtain the most accurate turns of the market. And when it comes to trading, we should strive for the highest level of accuracy. And this is why you should calculate in the format of degrees instead of days. And with that, we have just finished our discussion about all the topics. I got a lot of emails from you guys asking for like, hey John, do you provide any kind of mentorship program? The answer is yes, I do. A tailored mentorship program will be available from now on. To know the details about the mentorship program, you can contact me through email, and the email address will be gantradingpro@gmail.com. Hope this video will show you a whole new path in the right direction. Thanks for being with me. Have a nice day. I'm John, signing out from GAN Trading.